Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me, depending on the country or continent that you are. My name is Prophetess Monicah. I am your host today. This is my channel. Thank you. So far, so good. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for trying my foods. And thank you for, participating on these inspirational messages, these things of relationships. I am telling you, I am feeling so good when you interact, when you talk, when you bring out your vibes on this YouTube channel. So guys, it's another day that I'm about to talk about relationships. Yes, I am not a coach. I am not that perfect, but I thank God for the little that I have because I'm a counselor by profession, pursuing my degree now. And by the knowledge of the pastor and listening to people for so long, I've gathered here and there. So what I'm about to give you is not 100%, but I know it will help you. Today, we are talking about the do's and the don'ts on the first date, especially for ladies. The do's and the don'ts. What should you do and what should you not do on the first date? Are you even ready? If you're new, subscribe. Please give me that subscription. And also like, comment, do anything that you can do. Touch that bell for you to be notified every time that we are uploading something new. Let's do this. All right. So guys, number one, let me start. Before we go for the date, let me tell you women, before you go for the date with this guy, please know her marital status. Don't go for a date and then you are disappointed. Because every time we want to go for a date, that means that you are serious to start a relationship. So know her marital status. It's good to ask. Because I know you are planning for a date because you have known each other. Maybe for a few days, for a few weeks, you have been talking, hi. And it has come now to the time now he's asking you out for a date. So when he asks you out for a date, number one thing you ask him, are you married? Okay. Do you have a baby mama? How many are they? Are you in a relationship? It's good to know. Because you don't want to go for a date and then you like the guy and then he tells you, you know what, I'm married, but I want us to have a thing. You wouldn't want that, of course. So it's good to know. If he has baby mamas, how is the relationship? Are they intimate? Are they still in relationship or are they co-parenting? Those things is good to know. So that you don't go for a date in vain. Ama namna gani? Again, another thing that you should do before the date has come, don't discuss about yourself so much over the phone. Yes. Don't give this man everything. Because when you give him everything, for example, you tell him who you are, your village, where you're coming from, the kind of the man you want to date, and you tell him your past relationships, how you are discouraged, how you are disappointed, how many kids you want to get when you get married. Don't give these things. These are the things that you want to talk face to face, sitting down with him. When you tell him all about you, he has no reason to take you out for a date. Yeah. After all, he's saving a lot of money to go buy you tea or coffee or food. So don't discuss about. You can be like, hi, you're good, yes. How was your work today? How was your day today? Have a good night. Good morning. What are you up to? Those things. But don't discuss about you. When you discuss about you, my friend, this man may keep on postponing, and he will not take you for this date because after all, he knows what he wanted to know in the date. All right. The do's and the don'ts when you are going for the first date. Number one, don't choose for a place for a date. Let him do it. Girls, let the man do it. Let him choose. Maybe if he insists, you can say, okay, you can choose 5 places, and then tell him, out of that 5 places, choose one. But don't. Why? He's the one asking you for a date. He's the one paying for this date. So he should know the hotel he's taking you to, how much it costs, the food there. Again, when he chooses the place, you'll be able to know the kind of the guy that you're going to date. Because if he takes you in this hotel, we are who we are. We are made who we are by where we live, what we do, what we wear. Yeah, that is what describes us. So when he takes you, for example, when he takes you in a 3-star hotel, you'll know the kind of the man he is. 5-star hotel, you'll know the kind of the man he is. A normal restaurant, you'll know the kind of the man he is. So even before he tells you who he is, you will know the kind of the man he is. Okay? So, and again, remember, he's the one paying for the bills. So don't choose a hotel, because you might choose a too high hotel that he might not afford. You put him off. Or maybe you go for that one date and then he's done with you because you have used all his rent on one date. So allow the man to take you for this date. Let him dominate. Let him be the lead. Let him show the way. Let him choose the hotel. Okay? Are we clear until there? Another thing, don't pay. Yes, don't pay. The first, second, and third date. Women don't. Let him pay. Not because you don't have money, but you want to show him how to take responsibilities. The way you take yourself and the way you treat yourself is the way people will treat you. Let him know you are the man here. You are the leader. I know there is this thing of 50-50. If we are going for a date, I pay 50, I pay. We are in Africa. This is not US. We are in Africa. Let him do it. You will know whether he's a stingy guy. You will know whether he's responsible. You will know whether he's a man that will take care of the bills in the house. And this one, sometimes I speak out of experience. Yes, you go in a date, you pay everything. You go in another date, you pay everything. You go in another date, you pay everything. Then you get married after a year, and you find yourself paying for everything. All your life. So, let him pay. Let him pay. He's the guy. He's the man. Then after that, after you vibe and you come and you get to the level of engagement, for example, now you are engaged, you are the girlfriend officially, you are the fiancé. Now there you can, help one another here and there because you have understood this guy and he has understood you. And now you are sure of who you are getting into. You are very sure. Okay? All right. Another thing, girls, ask for what you can pay. Ask for what you can pay. Don't go asking for food that you cannot take care of. Why? Sometimes dates go haywire. Sometimes dates go bad. And you find this man stood and he's saying, I've seen those dates whereby a man pays his own bill and he say, take care of yourself. I'm out of here. And he goes. And then you went there, na kiherehere, na kutaka kujionyesha. Be simple. Be simple. Just be you. Yes. If you take yourself in a hotel and you eat food worth 1,000 bob, ask for it. And be with that 1,000 bob in your pocket. If you spend 2,000 bob on yourself alone, that is what you can afford. Have that money in your pocket so that if in case of anything you are able to pay for your food. Don't ask for something you cannot pay for. You go and you're asking for champagne, 20,000 bob a bottle. You are asking, I don't know for which drink. You are asking for which food, 6,500. And you know yourself, when you take yourself for a date, you don't spend 1,000 bob. You spend only 800. Unanuanga pizza ya 750. Na soda ya so. And then you go here and you want to take champagne, a glass is 4,000. You want to take a plate of food that is 5,000 for sure. You don't even do that when you are on your own? Can you keep your standard? Don't show this man as if you are too expensive when you are not. Don't show him if you're expensive and you can be able to pay for it. It's okay. But again, do you think the guy is able to take care of it? Yeah, because sometimes there are women that are blessed more than the guy. Yes, you can afford 10,000, but the guy cannot. So please, if the guy takes you into a restaurant, he takes you there because he knows he can take care of that bill. That is why I said earlier, don't choose. Let him choose. Because you might choose and you end up frustrating the man. Okay? So, if you cannot pay a bill of 5,000, don't eat. Eat what you can pay for. This is a first date. So that you get to know each other. And you will know with time if this guy is capable of taking care of these huge bills. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Wacha kukalia mtoto wa watu. Huyo bado ni mtoto wa watu. Remember, you will give birth to a baby boy. And whatever you are doing to this baby boy of someone else, your baby boy will be done so. So, kindly, take something that you are able to take care of. Okay? Take something that you are able to pay for. Okay. Another thing, don't, and I repeat, don't let this guy pick you up from your place and drop you. First date, please, First date. You're telling him, oh no, I don't have a car. My car broke. Can you ask for Uber for me, please, If you're not ready to go for this date, leave it alone. Take yourself and take yourself back home. I repeat, take yourself for this date. Don't ask for Uber money or rider money or whichever money or whatever money. And that is why we keep off, we come and keep off men because you are too demanding. This is not your boyfriend. He has not become your boyfriend, but already you are acting as if he's your fiancé. He's not your boyfriend yet. You are getting to know each other. This is the first date. And then you're like, okay, nimechukua Uber, imesema ni 980. Nimechukua Uber, imesema ni 1500 paka hapo. Si utalipa? No. Take yourself there. After you finish your date, and he will be like, can I drop you off? Maybe he has a car. Tell him, no, thank you, sir. Thank you. But one of these days, you will take me. Because you don't want, for example, the people that go and they have a glass of wine, 2 or 3, and then you are tipsy. And then you go, and this guy takes you home, and pombe siyo supu. You go, you arrive at your gate, and then you find he's all over you, or you are all over him. And then the next thing, you wake up in the morning in your bed, in your house, in your bed sitter, this guy, in your one bedroom with this guy. You don't want that. The first date. These are for the people that, they are not born again and they do it anyway, because they are here and they are watching. You don't want to find this man lying beside you in the bed in the morning in your own house and you just did first date. Yeah, you may look cheap, though you are not. Maybe you are tipsy. You are not cheap. But you will look cheap. That is what you will look. Ata ukimwambia, I was tipsy. No, you are. So take yourself in the date and bring yourself back home. Na ukiingia kwa nyumba mwambie, home safely. Thank you, the dinner was awesome. I enjoyed myself. Okay, guys. Girls, are we together until then? Are we together? So, the do's and the don'ts. The first date. Okay. When you go for the first date, don't become emotional. There are people when they go for the first date, they are all over crying. My friend, you are turning off this guy. He will not even desire to see you again. I lost my job last week and you're crying. My mom is sick. I don't know what even to do. I'm overwhelmed. I've not paid my rent. You got your problems. Don't take them in your first date. This man will run away and say, Morife, run away. And you will start calling people, what did I do? Every man that we go for the first date, He don't call me again. He don't ask me out again. How do you expect a man to call you again after all you did for a whole hour is crying? Cry, emotional. You are too attached. You may be having your emotional breakdown. At that particular moment, you ask for a date, but hold yourself together. Yes, because this man did not call you for you to go cry. He's not a psychologist. He's not a therapist. Okay? He asked you for a date. He wants to know you better, for you to start a thing. He never asked you out there to go and give you, therapy or counsel you. Now you go there, you start crying, you start telling your problems. And this one takes us to the next one. Stop telling all your problems. Not all. Don't speak about your problems the first date. Don't speak about your financial problems. Don't speak about your mental problems, emotional problems. Don't go in a date. You're not going to the hospital, my friend. You're not going to the therapist. You are not going to, to a bank to ask for a loan. You are going for a date. Don't go there with all your problems, telling the man the way you are not paid the rent, the way your tokens are 0.0, the way your water was cut off because you were not able to pay, the way, I don't know, you are fired, the way your ex-boyfriend did to you. Please, stop. Don't be emotional. Stop giving your problems. This takes us to the next one. Don't down talk about yourself. Don't down talk about yourself. You may be even living with a girlfriend because you're not able to pay your rent. Don't dare say that you're not in your own house. You may be having financial problems, emotional problems. You may be dealing with something. Yes, we know this is life, but don't speak down. Don't tell this guy, I'm even hosted by my friend since I lost my job. After COVID, I lost my job. Now we are living, three of us in a house. We side hustle, and then we bring money, and don't. This is the first date. Don't talk down on yourself, because this guy will look at you and see you are a burden. When kamzigo, hakuna mwanaume anataka kamzigo. So don't talk down. Even if he will come to know maybe you are financially down or maybe you're emotionally down, uko na mashida, wacha ajue along the way, mukishajuana na mumesonga na mmeendelea, humwambii kana kwamba unamwambia kusaidie. Amejua kwa sababu mmeanza relationship. Na lazima ajue vitu zingine. But on the first date, you go there and you start telling him the way your father has been on medications. Every week you are using 7,000 on your father. Every week you are using 2,000 on your mother. Sijui mamako alivunjika mgongo, sijui anaona physiotherapy every week, twice. Please, don't go with those things in the first date. You are turning off the guy. Even if he was the right man for you, I am telling you, Morife ran. He will run. He will run, and you will try. Oh, what did I do? What did I do wrong? You will call your friends and sit them down with a lot of tissue papers, crying. Remember this date, this guy is hot, this guy is romantic, this guy is, even he's romantic and it's the first date. This guy is handsome. I don't know what I did. He don't pick my calls again. My friend, you went there with a lot of problems. Please keep your problems. And this takes us to the next one. Don't talk too much. Do a lot of listening. Yes. Remember, you're going for the first date. It's more of interview. You have gone to interview this guy. If you'll be able to vibe and have something. So, listen a lot. Ladies, I know we can talk. I'm talking to women. I know we can talk. But tone down. Listen to this guy. Listen a lot. Ask few questions here and there. Listen a lot. Listen a lot. Don't talk too much. Because when you talk too much, you talk things that you didn't want to talk. And then already you have talked. Na ikimwagika haizoleki. When you remove your words, you're not able to get them back. So don't talk too much. Listen to him. If he asks you a question, answer. Ask you a question, answer. And don't go too deep. This is the first date. You don't even know whether you like the guy. It's the first date. So don't talk too much. Talking too much will make you emotional sometimes. Talking too much will make you talk things you are not supposed to talk. the first date. So girls, when you go, just talk. I am not saying that you keep quiet. I'm not saying like you are there and you are not talking, you are moodless. No, I'm not saying that. But minimize your words. Ukiulizwa swali like, okay, where do you live? Just say, I live in Zimmerman, Apo, I live in Kasarani, I live in Githurai, I live in Roiro. But don't say, I live in Githurai, I used to live in Zimmerman, and then after I lost my job, my house was locked, and then I'm hosted by my friend in Githurai. Please, just say I live in Githurai. I live in Roiro town. Just say that. And, with whom maybe he can ask, who do you live with? I live with my sister. If you're living with your sister, or I live with my girlfriend. We used to school together, and we are living together. Don't go into details. Even if he digs details, this is the first date. Brush it off like I live with her. And why are you living, two of you in the house? And he says, she's my friend. We are good. We are best friends. And this is Nairobi. We share because our kind of jobs. So we share and we live in this house. Because you can just tell him, I'm not able to raise 25,000 for rent alone because of the kind of the job that I do. So we share, and the house is big enough for both of us. And you just, ishi hapo. Wacha kusema mashida. Wacha nirudie hii. Girls, wacha kuongea mashida. Okay, don't be so emotional attached with this guy. It is the first date. So that talking too much, crying, feeling sorry for yourself, trying to show this guy that you are in need, you are too emotional attached. Even you are, can I have a hug? Please, it's the first date. And you are telling this guy, can I have a hug? I don't have anybody to talk to. If you show this guy is the only guy to talk to, he may take advantage of you or he may run away because he don't want to be carrying a burden. Yes, he don't want to be your therapist. He don't know how to do it. He's not your counseling psychologist. He don't know how to do it. So he may take advantage of you because you are vulnerable, or he may run away. Don't be so emotional attached. Don't talk down about yourself. Don't be too emotional. Don't talk about your things. Don't be deep. This is the first date, okay? This is the first date, all right? Another thing you don't do, don't talk about your ex. Whether it is positive or negative, don't. Avoid. He may ask you, when last were you in a relationship? You may answer, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, we broke up. Why? You may tell him general thing. Don't go to details. This is the first date, and you don't know whether you will end up with this man. You will go to details when now you are together dating, you are a fiancé, you are introduced, you are engaged. You can talk now that time. But now, just tell him we couldn't vibe. Miscommunications here and there. You can say maybe he was insecure and we were fighting a lot and it was not worth fighting. Drop it at that time, at that angle. You may say, this guy was cheating on me and I came to realize, and we decided to leave each other in a good way. We separated in a good way. We separated well. We closed our relationship. We did a closure of our relationship because it was not working. But don't go into details telling, and you start crying. Oh my God, you don't know what Mike did to me. Hey, he was sleeping with every woman in his office. He was sleeping with this. He was my friend. What are you doing? This is another man you are telling. This is another man you are telling about the gossip of your ex. Hey, that guy used to smell. He didn't groom himself. He was not showering. My friend, you are telling another man. Just look for a general thing you can talk about your ex and don't dwell there. Brush it off and tell him, you know what? We are here for a date. It's about us, not about our exes. Can we talk about this any other time? You look for something to say. Look for something to say. So, don't go disclosing about your ex too much. Telling too much. You can tell it after, when now you are together in a relationship. But the first date, it's an ex. Don't do it. Don't talk about sex. Don't talk about sex things first date. Don't. Why? You are human beings. When you talk about sex, number one, this guy may think you are there to look for sex, or you see him as a sex object, or you like him because of his sexy body. Or if you're a guy and talking about sex, the girl will mistake you and think you have seen a sex object. You love her because of sex. You love her because of her hips, because of her boobs, because of her body, and you don't value her. Don't engage into sex talk so much. The first date. Yes, you can talk about it like, kidogo. Don't go into details. Don't. And if it is possible, don't talk at all about sex the first date. Maybe you can talk about, do you like children? How many do you like? Like, when you get married, that is, when you are in marriage, how many children would you love to have? And then he's like, I'd love to have 2 children. Okay. What kind of a woman would you like to date? What kind of a man would you like to date? Those things, yes. But don't go too much into sex like, hey, I like your boobs. Hey, I like your thighs. Oh my goodness, your smile is so sexy. You turn me on with your smile. My friend, those sex talk, when you start talking about them the first date, you turn off the other person. Or you end up sleeping together the first date. Yes. You end up going to the guy's place or to the lady's place and you sleep together. Yes. Why? You arouse each other. You talked about sex and you are human beings. And then that is when you start now touching each other. And appropriately, you touch the girl or you touch the guy, and then you start turning on each other, and you find you end up in the car doing sex in the car, doing sex in his place, doing sex in your place as a lady, the first date. Would you like that? I believe no. So don't talk about sex is an ex in the first date. Okay. Don't go moody. Don't. Ladies, sometimes you can go and you are trying to be moody. You are trying to be, how can I put it? The attitude. Be yourself. Be yourself. Ladies, be yourself. Don't adopt a mood. Don't adopt an attitude that because you are going for the first date, you are even, the way you are holding your knife and your fork. My friend, na unakulaga hiyo kuku na mkono. Ukiwa peke yako. Attitude. There are women that brings another attitude of who they are not. Faking. You are faking. Don't be fake. Be you. Please be you. Guy, be you. Girls, be you. Me, if I go for a date, let me tell you. If I go for a date, na kuku inanisumbua kukata na kisu. Mi sitangangana. Ningangana hivi. The next thing nione kuku imeruka huko. Ama imenimwagikia. Nachukua hiyo kuku. Si ndio maana nilioga mkono. Nachukua hiyo kuku. Nakula na chipu. Nakula kenye nakula. Just be you. Be yourself. I'm not saying again, you go na unafanya kama, in Kikuyu tunasemanga waja kehi. Unafanya vituko na sarakasi. No. But I'm saying be you. Be you. Don't put an attitude of, I don't talk too much. And you talk. Make the conversation running. I said don't talk too much. Yes, I said so. But if you're a talkative person, be vibe. Flow with the flow. Flow with the flow. If this guy talk. Don't go there and how are you? Good. what would you like to have? Anything. Yani, you are grooming, you are as if kuna mtu alikujamisha ukikuja date. Others, they are overexcited, over the air, trying to impress this guy. Please, this is the first date. This is the first date. So please, attitude, apply the positive attitude. Be happy, be in a good mood. Yes, hata kama umekwazwa na uko hivyo, umemuzwa moyo na uko hivyo, wear a good attitude. Wear the best of you. You know how good you are when you are good. Wear that attitude. Be good, smile, have a good face. Yes, be you. Ama namna gani? Another thing, I don't know whether I said it, but if I said it, let me repeat it. If I've not said it, it's okay. Don't order. Let him order for what he wants you to eat. You can tell him, preferably, I love white meat. I love red meat. And then stop it at there. Let him order. Why? I said it earlier. He's the one paying. You don't know his pockets. You don't know his pockets. Let him order. Let him order what you are going to eat, because you might order and then you are ordering something he cannot be able to pay. So for the first date, let him order. Maybe you can give him a hint of what you love. I love chipo. I love roasted potatoes. I love rice. I love ugali. I don't mind rice with any white meat. I don't mind chipo with any white meat. Now you give him a hint, and then he will check from white meat, chicken, fish, pork, whatever, and then he will order. Be courteous. Be courteous enough to this guy. It's the first date. You don't know what his pocket looks like. You don't know. I think with those few tips, I have helped someone. Again, something I have remembered. Don't let this guy, for example, you planned for a date on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. And then he's like, hi, my friend, how are you? Are you in your office? Can I pass by? I'm driving and I realized I'm around where you work. Tell him, please, in a good way. Let him stick to the date. Because if he comes to your office before the date is no longer there. The date, because akikuja simtabonga. And also, let him know that you are not cheap, you are not desperate to meet him. Yeah, you are not playing hard to get. Sometimes we say playing hard to get, but you are trying to show this guy, you know what? I'm not just here waiting for you, waiting for your call, waiting for you to dodge in my office, waiting for you to dodge in my shop. So you are training him also. You are training him. Guys, men can be trained. You are training him like, yes, I'm available, but not too much available. I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate for dates, for marriage, for relationship. So you tell him, oh my God, I wish you told me earlier. I'm rushing somewhere right now. So even if you come by, you'll not find me. Oh, I have a lot of work to do, and I have a deadline to submit. Right now, I'm not in a good place to receive any guests. I'm looking forward for Saturday to seeing you. But right now, what I have on this table is too much. Or right now, I'm getting into a meeting. Just be courteous enough. Don't tell him again, niaje wewe unafikiri na kuanga tu nimekungojea. No, don't be rude. You look for something good to push him away, so that the date will manifest. Ama namna gani? I hope I have helped with those few. Actually, not all. Those are just a few. And I hope that I have helped you in one way or another. When going for the first date, be careful. Be very careful. Be very careful. And again, don't go for a date very far away from where you reside. If you tell him to look for a hotel to take you, make sure it is around your place. It's around your place. Again, you can notify one of the people that you trust. I'm going for a date at Safari Park. I'm going for a date at this place and this place with this man. I don't know him. We just met. He's my friend. His name is so and so. And I'm going for a date because nowadays ni kubaya. Watu wanaangushwa kwa stairs. Unasikia mtu ameangushwa kutoka 10th floor na alienda date. Unasikia mtu sijui alifanyika nini anapatwa amekufa. So it's always good just to let someone know, especially if you don't know this guy too well. Just let your sister know, let your brother know where you're going. And maybe after a few hours, you can call them and tell them I'm back. And you can tell them, if you see I have not called you in 5 hours or 3 hours, please give me that call. When you give me that call, then we talk. You will know whether I'm okay or not. If I'm okay, I'll tell you I'm good. Yes, you will know. Mutakuwa mmejipanga. Because nowadays, nikubaya, we are living in wicked days whereby people are killing each other, like chicken. But you will not die in Jesus' name. But I'm just saying, it's good to be careful. It's good to be careful. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope I've enlightened someone today. And I hope you will not do mistakes in your first date. If you are planning for a first date, all the best. May it go well. May it go well. All the best anyway. If you have been dating this guy and something is vibing up, all the best. And hizo vitu nimesema, take them seriously. Yes, take them seriously. Thank you so much for watching my video. Looking forward for another episode, exciting one. And thank you for subscribing. If you are new, please give me that subscription. Please subscribe. So far, so good. We are going in a journey of 20,000-30,000 subscription. And I know it's possible with you. Ama namna gani? Let me know your thoughts, by the way. If there's another tip that I didn't mention, write it down at the comment section. Ama namna gani? Let me know if these have been of help. Share and also like. And remember, touch that bell. Touch it for you to be notified every time we are uploading something. Thank you, guys. I love you. And all the best to every relationship here. God bless you.